where are 2 or 3 areas where dealers should be using AI? What's your take on that, Jay?
Yeah, great question. And I, having been a dealer for a long time and now on the vendor side, it's been kind of exciting to see this movement with AI and this transition. And I completely understand that, look, we want to provide answers quicker. We want to provide the right answers. We want to provide multiple answers. And I think as quick as we're rushing to get this out into the market and to put this across all of our platforms, from websites to chats to reaching out to leads. I just don't know if we're 100% there yet. And you kind of referenced some studies that would back that up, and just based on conversations that I've had with dealers. So I sit and think of, because you and I were talking a little bit about this beforehand, but I kick ideas off ChatGPT all the time, right? Like I think we all geek out a little bit about having our own Jarvis, if you will, as Iron Man, right? Just to have conversations with, and to get new ideas and to help us with presentations, with emails. But I think there needs to be, if we can find that blend, that perfect blend between human interaction that stays human interaction, maybe with an AI assist, if you will. So some of the things that I've heard dealers that have been successful doing that are, some outreaches, any kind of email outreaches to customers. Dealers don't mind that the sales team will to ask ChatGPT a question like, "Hey, how would you respond in this certain situation?" And then they put their own personal spin on it, right? So it's a nice blend between some assistance, getting coaching. It's no different than going and ask your manager, "Hey, what would you do in this situation?" And they would kind of load your lips. So I kind of say all that to say this. I don't think that we should be focusing 100% on all AI automated outreach. I think if we can find the blend of human to human interaction with some AI assist, I think that would be key.
And I think you're right, is that there's I know you're right. A lot of dealers out there, they don't want to give AI that final last touch point for that customer. They don't want AI making those decisions. And you're right, is that AI can supplement that, whether it's a sales associate, whether it's a BDC employee, and then the employee themselves are the one that kind of fine tune that. Whether it is through like a chat interface, whether it's on a phone call or even like through a text message, there are ways to supplement that and create that to be better. So yeah, I think there's a huge opportunity for that out there. One thing that you guys do at Optimi is you're able to optimize those leads that come in for a dealer. So it's easier to get in touch with those customers quicker and faster. Yeah. Walk me through that process and what that looks like, Jay.
Yeah, great question, Jordan. And so Optimi started in the chat space, right? We started in chat in Canada, moving now to the United States, and had a ton of success in Canada at the right time of where this movement with AI was coming out. And you saw a lot of chat providers that were switching from whatever they were currently doing to AI specific conversations. And a lot of the feedback that I've gotten from dealers, and I think why we've been so successful, is that we have the right blend that we talk about, right? We have live BDC agents that handle the conversation. You're talking to a live person, but our BDC team sees a chat, like 4 generations of chat running in the background to kind of help speed up their answers, help them with vehicle comparisons, vehicle specifications. And the goal is to get somebody in the sales team tapped into that conversation live in real time. So it's that human interaction. We make sure that the conversation's not broken, right? We've all been involved in chats, whether it's with automotive or another industry, because every website has a chat function on there. And I can tell right away when I get involved if it's very prompt driven or if it's AI driven and I'm not talking to a real person, then I'm more than likely going to bounce out of there. So we with the success that we had with our chat, we said, okay, how can we help how can we help connection? Because it's all about connection, right? If without a conversation, you're not going to sell a car. Like you referenced the AI portion and how we really want to make sure that we get it turned over to a salesperson. I joke with dealers all the time. If somebody walks in the showroom floor, you're not going to sit them down in front of ChatGPT and have them do the deal, right? You need to get them with the salesperson. So how can we get these interactions from the website with a salesperson as quick as possible? Because look, at the end of the day, dealers are spending most of their budget to attract leads, customers, if you will, to their website. And then they're spending the rest of their budget to get leads. And in which case, we've all worked leads before where we're just picking up the phone and we're chasing these customers to where I think the last numbers I saw, Jordan, was 51% of the leads that a dealer gets in, you're going to actually have a conversation with, right?
Wow.
That's 51%. Now,
very low.
you're going to make outreach to all of them, right? There's some AI outreach that is automated now. And I completely, as an ex-GM, I completely understand the automation part because you want to make sure that somebody is making outreach to the customer in a timely manner. Because it's all about speed. 78% of customers buy from the first person they have a conversation with. So you want to be first to the dance. So at Optimi, one thing I love is that we're not here to tell you we're going to get you more leads. And when was the last time you heard a vendor say that, right? It seems like everybody was like, we're going to get you more leads. We're going to get you more leads. Look, you get enough leads, right? Most dealers I talk to get anywhere from, a couple hundred to 2,000 leads a month. That is a lot, but you're only connecting with 51% on average. So we want to connect you with more leads. We want to give you more conversations because remember, without conversations, you're not going to sell a car. So what we do and what we've taken our chat success and we've actually transitioned to a lead optimization platform. And what that means, Jordan, is that anytime a customer goes online to submit a lead, we are going to pop right up. Once that customer hits submit, the traditional process is it would go into the CRM, and then you have outreaches to try to get that customer on the phone, and you're only going to connect with 51% of them. But once that customer submits a lead, we pop up right then and there and say, hey, thank you for your information. We're going to go ahead and connect you with somebody in sales. Do you want to do voice, video, or text? And then we pull somebody in from sales and connect them live in real time with that conversation.
It's so cool because of what I think you do really well is instead of a BDC employee or as a sales associate trying to track down a customer that already called or submitted a lead like 5, 10, 20 minutes later, what you're trying to do is continue that conversation. You're not trying to chase down an old one and start a second one again. All you're doing is just trying to start that or continue that same conversation. So it's really clever the way that that's set up.
Yeah, because you got to think when a customer submits a lead and they hit submit, they just don't sit there and wait for the dealer to reach out to them, right? What are they doing? They're moving on to the next, right? I can't tell you how many conversations I would have with my sales team after hearing them gripe about getting in touch with a lead, 3 days later, and the lead's like, I already bought from somebody, right? Because again, it's the first conversation. So what we want to do is make sure that you're the first conversation on 100% of your leads that you have come in.
Yeah, and you said it best. You're not trying to get someone more leads. You're just trying to make it easier for your existing customers to continue that conversation and continue to do business. And hopefully you can be one of the 78% of that first interaction for that customer. That way you can lock down and get that deal done.
100%. And, one thing that we get asked a lot is, hey, Jay, what if the customer submits a lead and my team's busy? Then what happens?
Yeah.
Right. Well, we've got your back. Right. So we've got those live BDC trained agents that will then jump in and handle that conversation human to human to then try to set that appointment for the dealer. Or as soon as somebody gets available in sales, bring them into the conversation live in real time. So again, it's still a phenomenal experience for the customer. And we're still continuing that conversation like you talked about the moment that they submit that lead.
Yeah, and that's great. What do you think are some things that dealers are doing right now that they need to do a better job at? It's cool because you've probably seen a ton of stats. First connection, number of opportunities to actually talk to someone. You said 51% of leads
Yeah.
actually get an actual connection. What are some
Yeah.
other surprising stats that you see out there that dealers can improve on?
Yeah, so those are the ones that stand out, and then a couple other ones stand out to me that are just crazy. The average lead response time is still 47 minutes, which
Wow.
that's bonkers. But there's some stores that are really fast, and then there's some stores that unfortunately aren't. 76% of the time, BDC's team is spent chasing a lead. So you think of their day to day. Over 3/4 of the day is spent chasing the lead that we're connecting them with instantly. So what if we
Exactly.
can free up 75% of your day to then focus in on what you do best, and that's sell cars and help customers?
Yeah, that's mind blowing, Jay. And we'll have you tagged in the LinkedIn post as well so people can reach out to you. It's really easy for that. What's
Yeah.
another good way for people to get in contact with you?
Yeah, so you'll drop in all my contact information, my cell, my email. Please feel free to reach out. This is a brand new product in the States. I joke all the time that I feel like dealers really fall into two different categories, right? They have those that they are reactionary. Hey, what's my buddy down the street doing, right? Like, and then they want to do that. Or you have those dealers that are kind of innovators, and I've been fortunate to be a part of some phenomenal stores that have been innovators that want to be first to the dance, right? I want a competitive advantage. I want to leg up on my competition. And I think with the lead optimization platform as it's hitting the States, could give you just that. And matter of fact, we're offering a 90-day money back guarantee. Give us 3 months to prove out that we will help connect and give you more conversations. And if not, we'll just give you money back and shake hands and say, hey, we tried, and move on. So.
Yeah, how great. Well, Jay, thank you for joining me today, sharing some great stats for dealers as a whole, and then also talking about some ways we can just do things a little bit better.
Yeah, awesome, Jordan. Always great to talk to you, man. Love watching what you guys do. And if I don't see you before next ASOTUCon, I'll see you out there for sure.